Hey, what's going on, guys? I am making a question and answers video, and I hope you like my setup so far. I have a blue snowball mic. It's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys are not hearing this. Okay. And I also got a 1080p Longitech cam. And basically I'm going to go to this website, and there's going to be questions up there, and I'm going to probably answer them on video. And I hope you guys enjoy. And alright, says the basics. What is your name? All I'm going to give you is Bryce. My first name is Bryce. Where and when were you born? I was born in Watford, in North Dakota, Watford City. And I grew up in Mandaree. Or no, I grew up in Dickinson. Who are your parents? Well, I have three parents. I have a dad, a stepdad, and I have a mom. Both of my dads are pretty awesome. They, basically if you have any knowledge or something, you just ask them and they're like, oh yeah. Same thing with my mom. Okay. My occupation? What is my occupation? I don't have an occupation. I don't know what that occupation means, but maybe I should know. I am 6'2.5". I am Native American, more specifically Hidatsa and Sioux. My hair is black, obviously. My eye color is brown. And my style of dress is just whatever I can find. Like this shirt right here. Found it, wore it. Yeah, pretty good. I do not have any scars or distinguishing marks, sadly. What social class do you belong? Well, I don't know what social class I do belong in, but basically wherever the nerds hang out. And my annoying habits are, I'm like a grammar Nazi and stuff, so I might correct you a lot on like what you're saying, or if you stutter, or if you pause or something like I just did there. My childhood. Well, my childhood was pretty fun and stuff. I was basically a bad kid, and I got beat up a lot for it. I don't mind it now because everyone who beat me up back then probably won't want to step up to me now, taking that they've grown up to be like 5'7" to 5'11" and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to brag, but still, like, you see me and just, you don't want to bother me or something, unless if you're an adult, then you're like, oh hey, how's it going? My earliest memory is probably I don't know why I remember this, but like when I was a baby, when I was still in Pampers, I remember we had some guests over, and me being the brat I was, I fucking took off my pamper and tossed it at someone that was visiting us, and basically my dad laughed and my mom got pissed. Pretty funny. My schooling is basically to the standards, I guess. I went to school, from preschool to 9th grade. Yeah, it's up to the standards. Did I have any role models growing up? Well, I had two role models. I had my dad, and I have my uncle Dennis, and actually no one else. But my dad, the reason why I looked up after him, because he seemed to know everything. Like, if I didn't know how to do something, if I had trouble, like, coping with something in school, he would be my answering machine. You know, answer something. And my Uncle Dennis, reason why he was one of my role models is because he's a brick wall. You can't really, like, hurt him. He has a big ego. He's really strong too. That's mostly the reason why I looked up to him. Like, he probably benches, to my guess, like 400 or 500. Pretty big guy too. When I was a child, all I wanted to be was, actually, I never had any views like that. I just played outside, was a normal kid, and I really didn't think on it. To this day, if someone asked me that, I'm not going to have a solid answer. I would tell him something just off the bat to get him off my back. And that would be it. Whoa, super personal questions. My greatest regret. Bleh. My greatest regret. My greatest regret, not beating up my bully. That's probably about it. Like, I had a main bully back in 3rd through 6th grade. His name was Tristan, and he was just terrible to me. Mostly because I didn't have the audacity to, you know, hit someone or do anything like that. He's just mostly a trash talker. If he actually threatened to fight him, which I did one time, he was what my dad calls a wuss. He basically threatened to have 4 to 5 people gang up on me, and then he didn't want to fight me himself. And I should have beaten him up right there, but, you know, things happen for a reason, I guess. Criminal record. Well, I don't know if this goes on a criminal record or anything, but, I remember sometime back in 4th grade or something, they had a haunted house for October, and I was waiting in line for it. I was like, yeah, haunted house, and there was windows on the building they were having it in, so a lot of kids were banging on it, telling people to hurry up and go through the haunted house and stuff, just messing around. And me being the dingbat I grabbed a pumpkin that was it was along the curb on the sidewalk, and I smashed it through the window. And in the process, one of the teenage girls that worked there, they saw a big shard of glass from it, tried to grab it because they thought it was a cat, like the outline of the piece of glass was kind of resembled a cat, she said. Tried to grab it, cut through the flesh on her fingers, and like she had to go to the emergency room or something. Then just basically people shunned me or something. Yeah, and plus they had a police officer track me down because right after I heard the window smash, when I threw the pumpkin through it, I just booked it, and I went into the school because the school was open at one time, or that same time they were doing like a parade, or they were doing like a party or something. You got tickets, you can pay for like to shoot a basketball through a hoop, and then in return you would get a liter of pop or something. That whole thing was going on in the gym in the school, so I was like, well, gotta run there. And turns out the police officer was waiting there for me, like, hey, are you Bryce? Yeah. And I don't know, I said yeah. I probably should have just kept walking and said no, but I said yeah. And then he's like, alright, sit down. And I had to sit down in the middle of the hallway, and like I said, my bully, or I didn't really say anything about his friends, but he had this one friend. He was pretty annoying, but for some reason in that point in time, it just felt like all of the things, like all of our beef was just gone. Like, he was actually worried about me and stuff, like, hey man, I saw you talk with that cop, what happened? It's a pretty chill moment, but I went back to chaos in a few days after that. Alright, last question. There's so many questions on here I would like to do. Okay. How do you spend a typical Saturday night? Well, basically, on a Saturday night or the weekends, I'm basically just sleeping, because the week has got me weighed down and stuff, and I just feel like I'm gonna drop. That's basically every week of this school year. And on the weekdays, I'm just trying to stay awake, like do things, lift weights, play video games, work on some drawings and stuff. Basically anything I can do to keep myself awake, and then I just hit the bricks at right when it hits 11 o'clock. I'm just gone. But yeah, that was what should I call this video? You probably already see the title, but I'm gonna call it Q&A for right now. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you would like me to put face cam in my videos, please leave that like videos as in gaming videos. And I will see you all later. Peace.